I believe it's got a lot to do with it, and this man is showing that you can be a great triathlete and you can be a great road rider as well. 20 seconds in for this American, coming up to his birthday. He was born on September the 18th in 1971, so if my arithmetic is correct, he's only going to be some 22 years of age in just a few weeks' time. So quite a young champion if we get him across the line, still in his 21st birthday. This American rider then, weight 165 pounds, height 5'10". That will be a real turn-up for the books. Follows of the British team, I can tell you that we lasted a long time, about 3 laps to go. We began to lose riders, and the last time I looked in, certainly the main pack, which was down to no more than about 30 riders, there wasn't anybody left from the British squad. The last to go seemed to me to be Miller and Elliott, but it's been so wet and miserable out there, and the information coming in spasmodically to our commentary point, because we can't wander out and find out what's going on all the time. But certainly the Brits seem to have thinned down. They lasted quite a long time. We had a fair number in there, but the hammer's gone down, and there's probably only about 40 riders in. The rest will be turning round and going back and not bothered about what happens from now on in. It's split on the descent. This is a difficult part. Keep your fingers crossed for all the riders who fought so hard. This man then, Armstrong, this is a difficult part of the course. In fact, he had to stop his bike at this point when they had a crash way back at about, 10th or 11th lap, and sort of climb around the wreckage that was lying all over the road. See how carefully he takes that bend. Oh, dear me. Again, look very carefully on the parts of the course where there's painted roads. They've been the difficult part. There's coming up to a zebra crossing here, and that again where we've seen riders crash down. He's got to find his way through the white parts that are painted and just pick up the actual road itself. And there the gap will tell us how far back the chasers are. But here they are. Dagotolor's on the front. Chamil closing the gap down. Kipucci just behind him. 20 seconds it is. Kipucci, Indurain, Marson, Roubaix, Museo's up there. There's also Ludwig, and the last man is the Danish rider Ries. They're 20 seconds down, and at this particular point they have got 4.4 kilometers left to go. Just 4.4 kilometers for Armstrong to hang on, and it's straight down into the town. They'll see him on this long straight stretch, burying himself then. This is going to be a 4,000 meter pursuit as far as he's concerned. Something like about 4.5 minutes separating him from a medal, whatever colour it might be. He's worked hard for it, but they've got to go behind to try and pull him back, because he really is pedaling away here. He's looking back to see where they've got to, and he's burying himself now. Just about 4 minutes of effort left ahead of him to get a medal. It's very straight through here. He's got some twists in the town. They're not too slippy, what we've seen before, and Bedlam's let loose behind. Nobody wants to follow Will. Chamil here in the white, jumping away on one side. They're going all over the place. Andy Chamil riding for Moldavia in the white jersey. Here for Belgium, Museo tipped as a winner of this race, but he's got to get up there. There's Chamil, a very, very strong sprinter Roman indeed. Perhaps now riding for himself, because he rides the same team GBMG as Museo does. But look at Armstrong go. The Mavic car on the side of the road. Let's hope he doesn't puncture. That would be disaster if he did. And this group then congealing yet again at the back. And oh, he's got up to them. Fondres has got up that leading group. 116 just there. Fondres has made it across. So Fondres is there. Superb piece of riding. There's Kipucci. And these 3 men are away at the front. Looks like Rouet's gone over there. Chamil as well. Well, this really is a humding of a race right now, as Marco Giovanetti of Italy has also made it up the leading pack. So Rouet, then Chamil, then Giovanetti. These are the top three. Dagotolor's entirely closing down with Museo, with Marson on his wheel. This is the man they're chasing down. getting right close to the finish of this race, not long before he sees the final kilometre. And can this lot here behind coordinate their attempts to pull him back? Certainly nobody at the moment seems to want to try to. Look at them looking back at the front, but Roubaix won't lead out. So off they go. Chiappucci burying himself yet again, and he's done it. He's shot away. Look, everybody's looking around, and Chiappucci's gone. Chiappucci's gone. Marston says, come on, you lot. Well, this is just the opportunity sort of riding that Claudio Chiappucci is known for. He and Armstrong make a fine pair in a team. You never know what on earth was going to happen between the two of them. Always prepared to have a go, throw down the gauntlet. And here he goes. Well, I think it's a trip to the White House and a meeting with the president if he kicks this one up. I seem to think that's what happened to Greg LeMond way back when he got the championship of the world. The Texan then being chased down by the little punchy Italian. Claudio Chiappucci always throughout this race has been a man with a lot of go in his legs, trying all the time. Armstrong never saw much of him until his last 2 or 3 laps. He was always there or thereabouts, climbing in about the top 20 places, keeping out of trouble. Looking back now, the Motorola rider, well, I'm sure that Motorola, who said they'll go on sponsoring for another year, are going to be delighted if this man gets himself a medal. If he gets caught, by the way, there's such a cracking lot of riders behind him, it might be out even of gold, silver or bronze, but they seem here now to have gone and given up the chase. Nobody wants to go. This is absolutely amazing. Coming round that point there through the feeding station, there's only 1.5 kilometres to go ahead of these riders when they come to that feeding station. Pondres has moved his way up in this group. Jan Rees at the back here tried for a lap and a half to go away, stayed away, got caught, lost some of the zip in his legs. On this skating rink of a course, been riding now for something like 6 hours and 15 minutes, and still Armstrong, the American here then, what a tremendous character. Won the Union Grand Prix last year, the Thrift Drug Classic, the Tour of Galicia, the took us win in the Tritico Premondial as well, second in the Championship of Zurich, second and won the stage the Tour de l'Avenir. And this man here now looks like he's rolling into one of his greatest rides. Oh, watch it then, Lance, whatever you do on that turn coming in, keep yourself upright, the finish is in sight. This American is going to do something that has only been done by the great Greg LeMond way back in 1983. Greg became champion of the world, and now again in 1989 Greg won the championship, but we're going to get another American. He's looking back now, he's so elated. What a classic ride. Oh, come on, look at this. This is, they say he's a bit of a show-off and a big head. Well, who can say that he hasn't earned it? He hasn't earned it. Yes, he has. He has earned the gold medal the hard way. He's been riding them for the best in the world. Not more than perhaps 50 will finish this race, but nearly 200 have started off. He cannot believe it. Champion of the world in his first full year as a professional. He turned pro only this time last year, and in somewhat 14 months he has now made a name for himself by taking the gold medal. Lance Armstrong of America, the Texan, is champion of the world. Mazzeo fighting for second place, alongside him Chamil as well, but Chamil going past him. In fact, it is Indurain then going for the silver medal. Indurain for silver, and on alongside him it's still Punchy on the line, but no, it looked to me as if Indurain got the silver just ahead of Ludwig, and disappointment written all over the face. Look at the Stetson. I told you the Americans will be here in full flight, and if he goes up on the rostrum with a Stetson with Motorola stamped all over it, wouldn't be the least bit surprised. This is it. This is going to be absolutely great. Oh, you can see the elation. This is something. The third champion of the world for America in the professional ranks. Le Mans twice, and Lance Armstrong, the Texan, riding home. That's it. Well, they put a man on the moon named Armstrong, the American. They've now got a man in goal. A cracking ride